some information here that Karen had handed me. Some of you may have seen this and a few other copies floating around in here. I would suggest maybe if you haven't read it, get a copy of this and read it. It's kind of alarming. It's the UN and Obama's Strong Cities Network formed global police force to combat extremism in U.S. cities. Pretty interesting. So if you want to see this, get a copy of it. Let me know afterwards.
David, they've done it or they're looking into doing it? They've done it or they're looking into doing it? It's basically UN police.
Basically, what it's saying, it sounds like they're going to do it. Kind of the way I agree with you. I haven't read the whole thing.
They've been talking about that a while, and that's something that we definitely need to look at, because what they would like to do is make a world police, basically.
That's right.
Under the UN, not under the local municipalities or anything like that.
This past Wednesday, last Wednesday, Attorney General Loretta Lynch announced at the United Nations that her office would be working in several American cities to form what she called the Strong Cities Network, a law enforcement initiative that would encompass the globe.
We definitely need to keep an eye on that, because
I want to pay
that
attention.
is not a good thing.
Paul had a comment about the vote.
I have been searching on the internet trying to find out, is this true? Is this really going on? And Snoops, everybody is saying yes, it has. It started last October. Now, say we need to keep an eye on it, folks. It's happening. You can keep an eye on it all you want. But the same thing happened in Germany back in the early 30s. They kept an eye on it. Next thing you know, they had to quit keeping an eye on it because they're being arrested, the ones that didn't like it. Now, they're coming into these cities, and there's been other reports that I've read on the internet where they are delivering these UN vehicles all over the United States. Something is happening. And once it starts, UN comes in, it's going to be UN law, which null and voids our Constitution. We will not have any rights at all once the UN takes over. If you fight them, somebody's going to declare martial law. Once martial law is declared, they can start arresting people that are protesting the UN being in there.
There's also no election under martial law either.
I'm sorry, and they can
There's also
null and void an election. They can stop elections if it's martial law. Now, I didn't see this till last week, and the more I looked into it, the more afraid that I got. I just can't believe this is happening in the United States, and nobody's aware of it. And it started last October. Okay, I'm your election commissioner. I have one more thing to say, if I can say that now. We have a meeting this afternoon for the election commission for the school elections. There are a couple of schools, positions that we need to draw for position on the ballot. There's only going to be actually 2 school elections. All the others they have no opponents. And so that'll be this afternoon, 4 o'clock in the courthouse. I'm not quite sure which courtroom they're going to let us have yet. Any questions?
Thank you, Paul.
Paul, just got one real quick question. And David Meeks, are there any places in Arkansas where these UN vehicles have been delivered that you know of?
All on the East Coast.
All the East Coast.
Yeah, I haven't heard. I mean, there's been a couple of joint operations like in Texas where some folks have said that they've seen anything, but nothing that I've seen. Not some.
I'd just like to back up what Paul said on our meeting this afternoon. Did you notice what he said? We're having school board elections. Only 2 positions are contested. That means nobody's paying attention to the elections.
Thank you for your comments. We need to pay attention, stay informed.